Take a slow breath and allow the body to soften from the inside out. Let the shoulders drop a little. Let the jaw unclench. Let the belly have permission to be easy. This is a gentle space, a kind space, a place where prosperity is invited with softness rather than pushed with strain. Prosperity loves a calm home, and the first home is the body. When breathing slows, the whole system receives a quiet message. Safety is here. Safety allows new choices. New choices open new doors. Money is part of this, yes, yet prosperity is larger than figures on a screen. Prosperity is the felt sense that life supports growth, that daily needs are met with grace, that opportunities appear and are welcomed, that kindness is the ground beneath each step. If the mind has been running in circles, it is okay. There is no scolding here. There is only a gentle turning, like a flower turning to the sun. We will move through this week in small steps that do not shock the nervous system, steps that honor limits while widening capacity. Let the hands rest over the heart for a few breaths. Sense warmth under the palms. With each exhale, allow tension to drain like sand from a clenched fist. Soften the eyes. Let the tongue rest. Set an intention for this week that feels kind and simple. An intention is not pressure, it is a direction. It can be as soft as, I am open to learning about receiving, or I will meet myself with care, or I allow one small action each day. Let the intention be written in a little notebook that will serve as a companion for the next 7 days. This notebook does not need to be fancy. What matters is the loving energy it holds. On the first page, write today's date. Under the date, write a single sentence in the present tense. I am safe to grow and receive good. Say it softly. Inhale through the nose for a slow count of 4. Hold for 4. Exhale through the mouth for a slow count of 6. While exhaling, gently repeat the sentence in the mind. The longer exhale tells the body that it can rest. The kind words shape new pathways. If worry rises, give it a soft chair to sit in rather than fighting it. Acknowledge the stories that say, there is never enough, or I must work harder to be worthy, or good things pass me by. These stories learn to speak loudly because they tried to keep you safe. Thank them for their effort. Then offer them a new line, simple and steady. I am learning a kind way that works. Write this in the notebook. Prosperity grows where judgment softens. The body often holds old rules in the jaw, neck, and belly. Bring attention there. Breathe into these places like pouring warm water into a tight knot. As attention softens the knot, say with care, I allow ease to guide me. In this safe space, it is helpful to notice the language used when speaking about money and daily needs. Words form the weather inside the mind. Choose words that feel true and kind at the same time. If I am rich feels like a stretch that creates stress, soften it. Try, I am ready for gentle increase, or I welcome steady support, or I trust the next step. These phrases are bridges. They carry the mind from fear into possibility without demand. Let the breath move with each line. Inhale, I am safe. Exhale, I receive good. Inhale, I am supported. Exhale, I take the next kind step. This rhythm is a quiet drum that the heart understands. There is a simple practice to anchor the day. In the morning, before touching the phone or opening the laptop, place a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. Whisper the intention 3 times, slowly. Then read the sentence written in the notebook. If the mind wanders, that is fine. Bring it back with a small smile. During the day, set 2 gentle alarms named breathe. When they sound, close the eyes for 10 seconds, soften the shoulders, and repeat a short line such as, I am open to good. In the evening, sit for 2 minutes with the notebook and write 3 sensations felt in the body, perhaps warmth in the chest, a tight band around the head, a flutter in the stomach, and next to each sensation, write one kind response the body is asking for, perhaps a glass of water, a stretch, or 5 minutes of quiet. This is the mind-body connection in simple action. Thoughts shift the body teaches the mind. Together, they open the door to receiving. If you would like, write answers to a few gentle prompts. What does prosperity feel like in my body today? Where does tightness sit when I think about money? What small act of care can I offer this place right now? Let the answers be short and honest. There is no wrong answer. This is not a test. It is a friendship with oneself. And friendship grows through small moments of attention. If a tear comes, bless it. If laughter comes, bless it. Both are signs that energy is moving. In this safe space, you are not fixing yourself. You are tending to a garden. Soil needs warmth, water, and patience. So does the heart. Now take one more long breath and allow a final sentence to settle deep within. I am safe to grow and receive good. This sentence can be used upon waking, before making a decision, when the inbox feels heavy, or when planning the day's tasks. Repeat it 3 times, tapping gently at the center of the chest with the fingertips. Feel how the body responds. Let the shoulders soften again. Let the face rest. Quietly trust that something kind has begun. Today, we invite a fresh current into daily life by clearing one small space with love. Not the whole room, not the whole life, just one small space. When the physical space clears, the mind can breathe. When the mind breathes, wise choices feel closer. Begin by standing with both feet on the ground. Lengthen the spine as if making more room for breath. Inhale through the nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4, exhale for 6. Now choose a single money-related spot, a wallet, a purse, a desk corner, the folder where bills sit, or the inbox where messages about payments and accounts gather. Set a gentle timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is enough to begin a new story. Open the chosen space with kindness. For a wallet or purse, take everything out and place it on a clean surface. For a desk or inbox, create 3 areas: keep, act, release. Keep holds what is simple and good. Act holds what needs one small step. Release holds what can be thrown away, recycled, unsubscribed from, or filed with love. Work slowly, without hurry. If an old receipt carries the weight of regret, place a hand over the heart and say softly, I did the best I knew then. I choose wisdom now. Then either file it for records or let it go. Each item is blessed, not judged. The blessing rewrites the body's memory of money from tightness to care. As the timer moves, notice how the breath and thoughts shift. There may be a wave of relief or a flutter of worry. Both are natural when energy moves. Keep the shoulders soft. Keep the breath long. When the space looks clearer, wipe it gently. Line up cards or documents so they face the same way, and give the wallet or desktop a little order that makes the eyes relax. This is not about perfection, it is about care. Care says to the mind, you are safe with me. Safety invites flow. Now open the notebook and create a release list. At the top of a page, write today's date and the line, I release what no longer serves my good. Under it, list 3 drains you choose to let go of this week. A drain may be an unused subscription, a repeating purchase that no longer feels right, a stack of papers kept out of fear, or a habit of checking the balance with dread. Each drain gets one loving plan. For a subscription, write cancel on Friday at 3 p.m. For the papers, write sort for 10 minutes on Tuesday. For the dread, write a new sentence. I'm learning to look with kindness. Place a small box next to each line to check when it is done. The check mark is not about achievement. It is a signal to the nervous system that change can be complete and gentle. Create a little home for unexpected gifts and small wins. It can be an envelope, a jar, or a page in the notebook. Label it "Good I'm Receiving." When a discount happens, when a free coffee arrives, when a bill is lower than expected, when a new idea appears, write it down or place the note in the envelope or jar. Each entry is blessed with the words, "Thank you, more of this, please." This simple act trains the mind to see support. What the mind sees often grows. While clearing, speak kind words aloud. Words have weight. I release what no longer serves my good. Space is love in action. This small step invites larger flow. Repeat them slowly while breathing. Speak especially when the hands pause, when a choice feels sticky. These words are a hand to hold. If the timer ends and the space is not fully clear, that is fine. End with gratitude for the 10 minutes and set another 10 minutes for tomorrow. 10 minutes a day is steady power. The body trusts what is steady. The mind trusts what is kind. Bring awareness now to the posture. Are the shoulders lifted? Let them fall. Is the breath shallow? Let the exhale lengthen. Is the brow tight? Smooth it with a gentle touch. The body speaks to the mind. A relaxed body says, "All is well, continue with care." This is thought hygiene made practical. When you choose order, nervous energy softens. Without the buzzing in the head, practical steps are easier. Paying a bill on time, answering one message, filing a document, unsubscribing from a service that is not needed. Small steps build trust. Trust builds flow. At the end of this brief session, put one kind note in the notebook. I began. That simple sentence is a seed. Under it, write a feeling word, light, calm, hopeful, steady, or even tired, and a body note, looser jaw, warmer chest, softer belly. These notes help the mind link clearing with a better feeling. Later, when resistance arises, the notes will remind you that care feels better than chaos. Close this part of the practice by placing both hands on the chosen space for a breath and saying, "Thank you for serving my good. I welcome clear flow." Let that blessing be the last touch. Now we move to inner soil because the growth of prosperity rests on inner approval. When inner approval rises, choices match that worth. Prices asked for work line up more kindly. Boundaries become clearer. Care for the body becomes easier. This is why today is about self-worth, not as a grand claim, but as a quiet practice. Stand before a mirror, any mirror, and meet the eyes with softness. There is no demand here, just presence. Notice the color and light in the eyes. Notice the lines that tell the story of living. Let the mouth soften at the corners. If shyness or resistance appears, breathe. If tears come, bless them. Hold the gaze the way a loving elder would, patient, warm, steady. Speak one line to the reflection. I approve of myself. Say it 3 times, slowly. If the mind argues, write those arguments down in the notebook after the practice. Do not fight them. Meet them with curiosity. Then write a kinder truth under each one. If the mind says, approval must be earned by doing more, answer with, approval heals the part that thinks it must work to be enough. If the mind says, approval makes me lazy, answer with, approval gives energy for wise action. The body often relaxes as these truths are spoken. Shoulders drop, breath deepens, energy returns, not from force, but from relief. For 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes in the evening, keep a mirror practice. Let it be simple. Place one hand on the heart to ground the body. Keep the gaze soft, not hard. Speak 3 lines that feel good in the mouth. I approve of myself. I am worthy of good. Life supports my value. If one line feels hard, soften it. I am learning to approve of myself. I am willing to see my worth. Life is beginning to show me support. The softened lines are bridges. Bridges carry you across doubt without breaking the heart. Bring a pen to the notebook and try a lines practice. Write, I approve of myself 20 times. Keep the handwriting easy and loose. As you write, notice the body, a flutter in the stomach, a tight band around the head, a warm wave in the chest. Write those notes in the margin. This makes the link between thought and body clear. When the page is full, place the palm on the words and breathe. Let the words be absorbed like sunlight. The repetition is not empty. It rewires old tracks that said approval comes only after perfection. This new track says approval comes first, and from that soil, better choices grow. Self-worth also shows up in actions. Choose one small action today that reflects approval. It could be sending a message that asks for a fair rate. It could be saying no thank you to a request that empties you. It could be eating a nourishing meal without hurry. It could be closing the laptop at a kind hour. Approval is not only a feeling, it is also a boundary that guards energy. When energy is guarded, there is more life to bring to the things that bring income and joy. Create a worth list on a clean page. At the top, write qualities that support my value. Then list 10 qualities that already live in you. Patience, honesty, care with details, creative thinking, steady follow-through, warm presence, reliability, willingness to learn, problem-solving, kindness under stress. Under each quality, write one real-life way it has shown up. This is not bragging, it is clear seeing. Clear seeing feeds calm confidence. Calm confidence invites right pay and right opportunities because it quietly says, I know who I am. If old stories rise, messages heard in childhood, past mistakes, times when money felt scarce, meet them with the approval ladder. The ladder has 3 rungs: notice, soothe, choose. Notice the story and where it sits in the body. Soothe with breath and a kind hand on the place that feels tight. Choose a new line and a tiny action. For example, if the story says, I always mess up, place a hand on the belly, breathe, and say, I am growing. I take one simple step, then take it. Send one email, file one document, practice one skill for 10 minutes. The action proves to the mind that growth is happening. With proof, the story loosens. Use gentle mind-body cues throughout the day. When a money task appears, pause for one breath. Let the shoulders lower. Let the chest open a little. Then begin the task with the line, I am worthy of good. Pay attention to how the body responds. The task might feel lighter. The tone of the message written may sound kinder and clearer. This is the living link between thought and nervous system. When the nervous system feels respected, the mind is sharper and the heart is steadier. Before sleep, return to the mirror for 2 quiet minutes. If the day was rough, say, I start fresh now. That sentence is a wonderful balm. It closes the day without blame and opens the morning without dread. Finish with the 3 lines. I approve of myself. I am worthy of good. Life supports my value. Whisper them like a lullaby. Let the body receive them. Let the breath be slow. This is how self-worth sets the tone of the next day before the sun rises. Carry these practices into tomorrow. Approval first, then action. Kind words, then clear steps. A steady nervous system, then wise choices. This order builds a foundation that money can stand on. Prosperity listens to this tone. It hears the music of self-respect and moves toward it. And as the days continue, that music grows brighter, and doors that once felt heavy begin to open with ease. Gratitude is a gentle switch that brightens the room inside. It is not denial. It does not ask anyone to pretend that hard things are easy. Gratitude is a steady hand that turns the face toward what supports life right now, even if it is small. The heart understands this language. When attention rests on what is working, the body settles, the breath lengthens, and the mind begins to spot openings that were missed when worry filled the horizon. Begin softly. Place both hands over the heart and feel the rise and fall under the palms. Whisper, "Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body that carries me." The words do not need to be dramatic to be powerful. Simple thanks, spoken with sincerity, soothes the nervous system and invites more of what supports peace. Bring gratitude into the day through tiny rituals that fit inside a pocket of time. Before the first sip of water or tea, pause and trace the path that brought it here: the rain, the earth, the hands that carried, the vessel that holds. Offer a quiet thank you before drinking. At meals, slow down for a few seconds. Let the shoulders drop. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. As the exhale flows, thank the soil, the sun, the people, and the body that knows how to turn food into energy. These seconds are not wasted. They rewire the link between nourishment and calm. The calm body then makes calmer choices, including money choices, because urgency no longer drives the moment. Keep a simple evening list of blessings in the notebook. 10 lines, not long sentences, just a few words each. Some days the list will feel easy: warm shower, friendly smile, clean sheets, a task completed, a kind message. Other days the list may feel like lifting a weight: steady roof, breath in my lungs, a moment of sunlight, a safe chair, a cup of soup. Both lists matter. Both train the mind to find light, even when clouds pass overhead. Over time, this practice changes the inner lens. Many notice that unexpected help shows up more often, or that ideas arrive during simple tasks. Gratitude did not force these things. It cleared the fog that hid them. Add a thank you walk whenever possible. It can be 5 minutes around a room, down a hallway, or along a quiet street. With each step, speak a soft thank you for something present: the rhythm of footsteps, the sight of a tree, the feel of air on the face, the way the heart continues day after day. If the mind starts listing worries, nod to them and gently steer back to thanks. The walk is training, not perfection. It strengthens the muscle that finds sufficiency here and now. That sense of sufficiency reduces frantic spending, opens room for wiser saving, and invites confident asking because the request is made from steadiness rather than panic. Gratitude also needs honesty. When a bill feels heavy, gratitude does not say, "This is wonderful." Gratitude can say, "I am grateful for the service I used, and I am learning to plan for it with ease." If money feels tight, gratitude can say, "I am thankful for the skills I have and the chances I have to grow them." This truth-telling keeps gratitude grounded. It protects the heart from fake cheer and builds a foundation for practical change. The body relaxes when words match reality while still leaning toward care. To deepen the practice, try a simple body scan of appreciation. Beginning at the toes and moving upward, offer thanks to each region for its work today. Thank the feet for carrying weight, the legs for balance, the hips for support, the belly for digestion, the chest for breath, the arms for reaching, the hands for holding, the neck for flexibility, the face for expression, the mind for learning. If a place aches, offer extra gentleness. Thank you for telling the truth about what needs care. This kind relationship with the body improves mood and often eases tension, which helps with clear thinking. Clear thinking feeds good decisions. Create a support map on a fresh page. In 3 columns, note where support already exists: people who offer kindness, services that make life easier, places that feel safe, skills that generate value, routines that bring steadiness. In the second column, write how to maintain or thank each support, even in a small way. A message of appreciation, a weekly tidy of a space, a brief practice that keeps a skill alive. In the third column, write one tiny expansion for each area, learn one new shortcut, ask one simple question, try one gentle outreach, add 1 minute to a helpful habit. This map shows that support is not only something received, it is also something maintained and grown with attention. When gratitude feels dull, use the breath to refresh it. Inhale while thinking, I welcome support. Exhale while thinking, I notice good. Continue for a minute, then write 3 lines that begin with, I am grateful for, and allow the pen to move quickly without overthinking. The first lines may be obvious. Keep going for a few more seconds to see what quiet blessings appear. Ease in a joint, laughter heard in the distance, a moment of stillness between tasks. The brain often hides these small gifts behind the louder news of the day. This quick exercise invites them forward. Gratitude is also generous. When a small gift arrives, discount, free item, kind favor, receive it with open palms and a soft thank you, then send a little kindness outward. It might be a sincere compliment, a supportive review, a shared resource, or 10 minutes of help. This is circulation, not debt. Nothing is owed. It is simply a way to keep the river moving. As giving and receiving become a circle instead of a tug of war, the body experiences money as flow rather than fight. The mind relaxes. Relaxed minds notice doors and dare to knock on them. If an old belief says, gratitude will make me passive, answer calmly, gratitude supplies the energy to act. After listing blessings, choose one small action that honors them. Organize a receipt, send a thank you message that opens a professional door, practice a skill that increases value, review spending with a kind eye. Action taken from gratitude carries less fear and more clarity. Clarity is magnetic. Opportunities often respond to it. Close the day by placing a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. Speak these lines softly. Every day brings gifts. I welcome them. I allow gratitude to guide my choices. I let this peace teach my next step. Fall asleep inside those words. They will go to work during rest, sorting thought from truth, settling the body, and priming the mind to see goodness in the morning. Receiving is a tender art. Many learn to give until empty while turning away what would refill the well. The door to prosperity opens both ways. Giving without receiving creates drought. Receiving without giving can feel hollow. The balance is a living circle where care moves through and returns with more strength. Begin by trying a simple posture. Sit with feet flat, spine long, palms open on the knees. This signals to the body that it is safe to be available to good. Breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. On the exhale, say quietly, it is safe to receive. Watch the patterns of deflection. A kind word comes and the mouth says, oh, it was nothing. An offer arrives and the mind rushes to refuse. A payment feels generous and the body tenses with guilt. These patterns were learned as protection, often from a wish to be modest or to avoid attention. Thank the part that tried to keep life safe. Then teach it a new response. When praise appears, try, thank you. That means a lot. When help is offered, try, yes, that would be helpful. When payment comes, try, thank you for valuing this work. Speak slowly, breathe, let the words land. The nervous system will learn that openness does not lead to danger. It leads to strength. Create a gentle practice called one yes a day. Today, accept one small offer. It might be a seat, a ride, a sample, a discount, a shared resource, a new introduction. If nothing appears, create a yes by asking a simple question. Is there a scholarship? Do you have a smaller plan? Would an extended deadline be possible? The question is not grasping. It is respectful. It allows life to meet you halfway. Each yes builds the capacity to hold more good without tension. The body learns to relax into blessing instead of shrinking from it. Set up a prosperity envelope or jar. Label it with a warm line, "Good I allow in." When something unexpected comes, cash back, a refund, a lower bill, a gift, a new idea, write it on a small paper and place it inside. At the end of each week, open the envelope and read the notes aloud. Offer this line to each: I allow good to flow to me and through me. Then choose one small way to circulate a bit of that good. It might be a tip, a donation, a shared resource, a helpful review, or time given to someone's growth. Circulation is not about losing money. It is about keeping the river healthy. A living river brings life to its banks. Guilt can rise when receiving. It says, others need more, or I did not earn this, or taking is selfish. Answer with steady truths. Receiving increases my ability to give. I welcome fair exchange for my value. I can be generous and open at the same time. Write these in the notebook and place one where it can be seen: a mirror, a wallet, a phone lock screen. Read them when the body tightens at the moment of blessing. Breathe until the shoulders soften. Then let the good land. Practice a simple praise pause. When appreciation reaches you, pause for one heartbeat before responding. Feel the warmth in the chest. Let the kindness be absorbed. Then respond with a simple thank you. The pause trains the body to hold positive energy. This is more than manners. It is nervous system training. Many are skilled at holding worry, but drop goodness quickly. The pause reverses that habit. It makes room inside for the reality of being valued. Receiving also includes opportunities. When an invitation appears, an interview, a collaboration, a class, notice any reflex to say no from fear. Bring in the 3-step support. Notice, soothe, choose. Notice the fear and where it lives in the body. Soothe with a few long exhales and a hand on that place. Choose one small step forward. Ask for details. Schedule a short call. Take a free lesson. Submit one sample. Small steps allow the body to adapt to larger spaces without shock. Over time, rooms that once felt too big will feel natural. Try a gentle permission script before interactions about money. Sit quietly and say, I allow fair pay. I allow clear terms. I allow timelines that respect my health. I allow surprises of kindness. Say it 3 times, matching the words to breath. Then write down the numbers or terms you will ask for. Place your palm on the page for a moment to anchor calm. When the conversation begins, keep the breath slow and steady. If tension rises, pause, take a sip of water, or ask for a moment to review. Staying regulated while receiving support is a learned skill. Every practice builds it. When giving, let it be clean and chosen, not a strategy to avoid guilt. Give from overflow in that moment, even if the overflow is small. This might mean 2 minutes of free help, a shared resource, a kind note, or a little financial gift. Then release it with a blessing. May this do good and return as good. Refuse the story that you must empty yourself to be worthy. Worth is already present. Giving and receiving are healthy when neither harms the roots. End the day with open palms again. Whisper, I allow good to flow to me and through me. Picture kindness entering, settling, and circulating. Feel the breath move like a tide. Let the body rest inside the knowing that openness is not greed, it is wisdom. The well fills, the well shares. Life loves this balance. Thoughts are the weather inside. Some days are clear, some are stormy. Thought hygiene is not about forcing sunshine. It is about learning to carry a warm jacket and a good umbrella. Begin with a simple rhythm that steadies the body and clears the mind. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do this 3 times. With the longer exhale, the body releases tension. A calmer body can sort thought from truth. From this place, choose language that supports rather than scares. Keep a flip sheet in the notebook. Create 3 columns across a page. At the top, write fear thought, kind truth, tiny action. When a worry appears, capture it in the first column exactly as it speaks. Then move to the second column and write a warmer, truer line that neither denies the issue nor feeds panic. In the third column, write the smallest action that would bring relief or progress. For example, I'll never catch up becomes I can make progress today, and the tiny action is set a 15-minute timer to pay 1 bill or send 1 message. Or no one will say yes becomes the right match exists, and the tiny action is send 2 thoughtful inquiries. This practice respects feelings while returning power to the present. Adopt the cue phrase, pause, soften, choose. Place it on a sticky note near the workspace or on the phone lock screen. When a spiral begins, touch the note, breathe once, soften the shoulders and jaw, and choose 1 supportive thought. The choice might be, I can take 1 step, or I will gather facts, or this does not need to be solved in 1 hour. The nervous system learns that the mind now has an adult at the wheel, not the frightened child of long ago. With guidance, fear quiets. Pay attention to language that inflames the body. Always, never, ruin, disaster, impossible. These words light fires in the nervous system. Replace them with truer, gentler words. Often, sometimes, challenge, setback, learning. The situation does not change instantly, but the body is less shocked by the language. A calmer body has access to creativity and problem solving. This is not wishful thinking, it is basic physiology. Muscles loosen, breath deepens, blood flow returns to the parts of the brain that plan and choose wisely. Limit input that stirs fear without offering tools. Curate the mental diet the way you would curate food when healing. Shorten the scroll. Choose sources that inform without alarming, especially about money. Replace 10 minutes of anxious input with 10 minutes of skill building that could increase value. Practicing a craft, learning a feature, refining a profile, writing a clear offer. Action digests fear. Even tiny action changes the brain's forecast from storm forever to storm with clearing. Create a morning script that sets the tone. Before opening messages, place the hand on the heart and speak 3 lines slowly. I choose thoughts that build me. I am willing to see options. I take 1 loving step today, then write the 1 step on a card and keep it visible. When the day gets noisy, return to that card. If the task is finished, choose 1 more small step. Steady steps build trust. Trust calms the mind. Calm minds make better money decisions and spot the moments to ask, negotiate, save, or invest wisely. Use body signals as an early warning system. Tight jaw, shoulders at the ears, belly clenched. These signs often appear before thoughts become loud. When they show up, stop for 30 seconds. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Shake the hands gently, roll the shoulders, whisper, I am safe to choose my next thought. Then return to the task with a kinder line. I can do this in small pieces, or I can ask for help, or I will schedule this and move on. At midday, schedule a tiny reset, 1 minute, no more. Close the eyes. Notice 3 sounds. Feel the breath in the nose. Relax the tongue. Repeat once. I return to calm. This pause is not luxury, it is maintenance. Just as hands are washed to prevent illness, the mind is washed to prevent spirals. The rest of the afternoon benefits from this minute. Decisions become cleaner, communication becomes kinder. The body ends the day with more energy in the tank. When the mind insists on harsh stories about worth and future, bring out the evidence page. On it, list recent proof of progress, even if small. A new idea, a reply, a saved amount, a skill learned, a task completed, a kind message received. Read the list aloud. The voice hearing its own words is powerful medicine. Follow it with an affirmation that feels sturdy. I am learning habits that create prosperity. Or, I respect my effort and it grows. Let the phrases match your current truth. If a line feels too big, soften it until the body nods yes. Thought hygiene does not try to trap or suppress feelings. Feelings move. Thoughts choose the road. If sadness rises, sit with it for a few breaths and offer kindness, not explanation. If anger sparks, place the energy in a single helpful action. Tidy a small space, go for a brisk walk, write a clear boundary. After the wave passes, return to the flip sheet and anchor the day in a kind truth and a tiny step. This rhythm builds resilience. End the evening with a gentle review. Ask 3 questions in the notebook. What thought helped today? What thought hurt today? What thought will I choose tomorrow? Write 1 affirmation beneath them. I choose thoughts that build me. Place the notebook where it can be seen in the morning. Let the last breath before sleep be long and generous. Let the body settle into the trust that thoughts can be chosen, steps can be small, and progress can be kind. Loving action is a quiet bridge between inner care and outer results. The bridge is built plank by plank, today by today. The body shows the way when action is loving. Shoulders set back gently, feet grounded, spine long enough for breath to move easily. A single breath in for 4 counts, a comfortable pause for 4, and a long exhale for 6. From this simple rhythm, choose 1 clear step that blesses your prosperity, not 10 steps. 1. Loving action is not a race, it is devotion. When action is soaked in kindness, the nervous system stays steady and the mind grows bright. The work that once felt heavy becomes the way you care for your future self. Create a small card for the day. On the top, write 1 loving step. Under it, write the action that most supports your current season. Send an invoice. Follow up with a warm message. Polish a profile line. Learn a short skill. Organize 1 folder. Review a contract, or schedule a conversation. Keep the steps small enough to finish in 1 sitting. Loving action respects human limits. It asks for doable tasks that build trust. Place the card where your eyes often rest. Each time the card is seen, take 1 slow breath and soften the shoulders. The body's ease becomes a signal to begin. When the step is complete, draw a single star next to it. The star is not childish. It is a symbol to the deeper mind that completion happens here. This simple mark calms the part that fears things will never be finished. Try a short money care sprint. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Choose a focus: invoices, outreach, learning, savings review, or organizing. Begin with the breath count that you now know well, then do the task without drama. The timer ends, you stop. Stand, roll the shoulders, sip water, and thank yourself for keeping a promise. If energy remains, take another 15 minutes. If not, carry on with the day. Loving action grows from consistency more than intensity. The body trusts consistency and offers more energy to it over time. This is why short sprints often lead to better results than long bursts followed by long collapses. Language matters while taking action. Speak to yourself as a supportive guide would. I take 1 loving step today. I move steadily. I bring warmth to my work. If the mind pushes with harshness, soften it. I can do this in kind pieces, or I give myself enough time. Keep the breath long. The mind listens to the tone of your voice even more than to the words. The tone teaches the nervous system whether it is safe to create, safe to ask, safe to ship the work, safe to be seen. Loving action chooses a tone that says yes to safety and yes to visibility. Loving action does not wait for perfect courage. It gathers just enough courage for the next step and begins. If fear rises before sending a message, place a hand over the heart and whisper, "It is safe to be clear." Then send the message. If resistance grows before opening a learning module, place a hand on the belly and say, "I grow through gentle practice." Then learn for 10 minutes. If the brain insists that only grand moves count, smile at that old story and write a list called Quiet Wins. Each day add one line, a small negotiation that went well, an email sent on time, a correction caught, a mistake owned and learned from, a peaceful no that protected energy. Quiet wins become a powerful record. The record changes how the mind sees you. It says, here is a person who shows up with love. There will be messy days. Fatigue happens. Plans shift. Loving action adjusts without punishment. On these days, choose a micro-step, set a calendar reminder, draft a subject line, save a document, list 3 potential clients, watch a 5-minute lesson. Micro steps keep the thread unbroken. When the thread stays unbroken, momentum returns more easily. Before sleep, write on the card, even on a low day, I took a loving step. Let that line settle in the body. Let it reroute old pathways that equated value with how much was done. Loving action says value also lives in how gently you treated your system while still doing something that matters. Support loving action with environment. Clear the desk corner. Place water within reach. Turn off non-essential notifications for an hour. Put the phone in another room if that helps. Play gentle instrumental music or choose silence, whichever soothes focus. Light a candle if it signals to your heart that time for care has begun. Each small environment choice tells the body, this space holds me. When the body feels held, it offers steady energy to the task. Let asking be part of loving action. Asking can be a daily practice, a fair rate, a clear deadline, a payment plan, a referral, a testimonial, a chance to audition, a trial period. Asking cleanly, without apology and without demand, comes easier when the breath is long and the body is grounded. Speak simply. Here is what I offer. Here is what I ask. Here is what works for me. Ask once, let silence work. Follow up in a calm window. Loving action trusts that the right doors respond to clarity. When finishing work, seal it with a brief blessing. May this bring good to those it touches, and may good return. This closes the loop of care. It also softens the habit of over-checking and second-guessing. If a true correction is needed, make it with warmth and move on. If the urge to pick and pick comes from anxiety, place a hand on the heart and breathe. Say, I can release this and rest. Rest is part of loving action. Rest protects tomorrow's energy. Rest teaches the mind that output is not the only proof of worth. Care is proof too. End the day with a 2-minute review. What step did I take? How did my body feel before and after? What would make tomorrow's step easier? Capture a single tweak. Start earlier, shorten the task, ask for help, prepare the file, pre-write the message. Small tweaks build a gentle, effective system. A gentle system invites prosperity to stay. Celebration is nourishment. It tells the body that growth is safe. It tells the mind that effort matters. It tells the heart that progress is seen. When progress is seen, the system relaxes and makes room for more. Begin with a tiny ceremony at the end of the day. Stand, roll the shoulders back, breathe in for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 6, and speak one line. I celebrate progress. More good is on the way. Smile softly. Let the smile be a signal, not a performance. The signal says, we did enough for today. Make a list of wins every evening. Let the list include quiet things, sent a clear note, kept a boundary, stopped scrolling when the timer rang, drank water, cleaned the wallet, practiced a skill, prepared a lunch, said no with kindness, asked a question, received praise without deflecting. These are wins. Write them quickly and bless each with a dot or star. The list becomes a mirror that reflects truth on days when the mind argues that nothing is working. Truth calms the storm. Bring the body into celebration. Put on one restful song and sway. Let the breath guide the movement. Loosen the jaw, drop the shoulders, release the hips. Movement tells the nervous system that it is safe to feel good. Many are trained to brace even during success, afraid that joy invites loss. Teach the body that joy invites more steadiness. Dance as a prayer, not as performance. Let the feet thank the floor that supported today's steps. Circulation is celebration in motion. Set aside a small portion of unexpected good and share it in a way that feels clean and chosen. A tip, a donation, a kind review, a shared resource, a referral, or a little gift to someone's work. Share without self-sacrifice. Share from overflow and from the desire to keep the river healthy. Bless what leaves. May this do good and return as good. This blessing is not superstition. It is a habit of appreciation that keeps fear small and love large. Track blessings and circulation together. Keep a prosperity tracker page in the notebook. On the left, list incoming good for the week, money found, discounts, new clients, projects, ideas, skills, kind words. On the right, list outgoing good, support offered, resources shared, thanks expressed, thoughtful reviews left, time given. See the balance in black and white. Let it teach the mind that life moves both ways and both ways are generous. If the right column grows bigger on a given week, smile and say, I trust the return. If the left column glows, smile and say, I share with joy. The tracker fixes the gaze on flow rather than lack. Set a time once a week to celebrate milestones, even the small ones. Light a candle or sit by a window. Read the week's wins aloud. Thank the self who showed up, the body that carried the tasks, the mind that learned, the support seen and unseen. Then choose one little treat, a walk in a favorite place, a warm bath, a special cup of tea, a chapter of a novel, a call that brings laughter. Receiving joy without guilt is part of prosperity training. It tells the inner world that pleasure is safe and earned by being alive, not by perfection. Guard celebration from the voice that says, this is silly or do more. That voice is trying to protect you from disappointment by bracing against happiness. Offer it a new job. Help me notice the next right step. Then celebrate anyway. Praise is food for the nervous system. Fed systems take wiser risks and recover faster from setbacks. As celebration becomes a rhythm, you may notice that new ideas arise right after joy, as if the mind opens doors that stayed closed under stress. Include endings in celebration. When a project closes, even if it didn't become what you hoped, honor the learning. Write 3 things gained: a skill, a contact, a lesson about timing, a clearer boundary, a better process. Bless the project and release it. I celebrate what this taught me. I release what it is not. This clears space for what is next. The body relaxes when closure is gentle. Relaxed bodies welcome beginnings more easily. Teach celebration to be simple enough that it happens even on average days. A soft yes to a small joy keeps the river moving. As joy circulates, the mind begins to pair effort with reward instead of effort with pressure. That new pairing draws you forward naturally. You will want to show up because showing up feels kind and alive. Integration is where the week becomes a way of life. To keep the gains of these days, build a rhythm that fits inside real mornings and evenings. Keep it light and clear. A rhythm is easier to sustain than a list of rules. Start with a morning ritual that takes 2 to 5 minutes. Sit up, place a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly, and breathe in for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 6. Speak 3 lines slowly. I am safe to grow and receive good. I choose thoughts that build me. I will take one loving step today. Open the notebook and write that one step. If time allows, look at the prosperity tracker and whisper, "Thanks for the flow already occurring." Add a midday breath check. Set 2 quiet alarms labeled "Breathe." When they sound, stop for 10 to 60 seconds. Notice the jaw, shoulders, and belly. Lower the shoulders, relax the tongue. Exhale longer than you inhale. Whisper one cue, pause, soften, choose. This tiny practice interrupts spirals, protects energy, and keeps your choices clean. When you choose cleanly, money care becomes part of normal life rather than a crisis response. Create an evening landing of 5 minutes. Sit with the notebook. List 3 blessings, 3 wins, and 1 lesson. The lesson replaces blame with learning. If a worry remains, put it on the flip sheet and choose a tiny action for tomorrow. End with a short body appreciation. Thank the eyes, the hands, the legs, the lungs, the heart. This trains the nervous system to trust bedtime. Good sleep restores the mind that makes strong choices in the daylight. Wrap the week into a repeating loop. Assign each weekday a theme that matches the 7-day flow. For example, Monday for clearing and admin, Tuesday for self-worth and rates, Wednesday for gratitude and outreach, Thursday for receiving and follow-ups, Friday for thought hygiene and planning, Saturday for inspired action and skill practice, Sunday for celebration and review. This is only a model. Shape it to your reality. The point is not perfection, it is predictability. Predictability lowers stress and frees creative energy. When the brain knows what type of care happens on which day, resistance decreases. You simply do what the day invites. Use kindness alarms to anchor the loop. Name alarms by the habit they support: morning intention, midday breath, evening gratitude, money care sprint, one loving step. When the alarm sounds, let it be a bell of compassion, not a whip. If you miss a bell, no problem. Gently begin at the next one. The phrase, "I start fresh now," is a golden key. Use it often. It unlocks stuck doors. Each week, have a short review. Ask 3 questions. What worked? What felt hard? What will I keep, drop, or tweak? Let the answers be brief and kind. If a practice felt heavy, shrink it. If a step was too vague, make it tiny and clear. If a day overflowed with tasks, move one thing to a lighter day. This review keeps the loop alive rather than rigid. Aliveness is the goal. Rigidity breaks. Support the loop with simple tools. Keep the one loving step cards in a small box and date them. Over time, the box becomes proof of steady progress. Keep the prosperity tracker updated. It will train your eyes on flow. Keep the flip sheet for fear thoughts. It will keep you in choice. Keep the mirror practice. It will support worth. Keep the gratitude list. It will nourish your mood. These tools are light to carry. They fit into real days. They ask for minutes, not hours. Yet their effect compounds like steady savings. Build recovery plans for wobbly moments. When a bill surprises you, breathe and say, I can meet this in steps. Then choose one step, call, negotiate, schedule, or plan. When a request pulls you beyond your limits, breathe and say, let me check my capacity. Then answer with an honest yes or kind no. When the mind races at night, place one hand on the belly, one on the heart, and use the 4-4-6 breath for 3 rounds. Whisper, I am safe now. These plans protect your peace. Protected peace is wealth. Invite community into your loop. Share your one loving step or your wins list with a supportive friend or group that respects your pace. Offer your own steady encouragement in return. Community can be a mirror that reflects your growth when your eyes are tired. Generous mirrors help you stay on your path without forcing speed. The right community celebrates your boundaries and cheers your progress. Let this loop be a relationship, not a project to complete. Relationships deepen with attention, small daily kindness, and honest repair when something breaks. If a week falls apart, return with a soft voice. We are here again. Start with the smallest piece, morning breath and one step. You will notice that coming back becomes easier and quicker over time. That is growth. Close this part of your journey by breathing with open palms. Speak these lines slowly. Consistency is kindness. I trust steady growth. I allow prosperity to become my natural rhythm. Let the body absorb the message. Let the heart feel the truth that you are building a life that holds you gently while it expands. Now settle into a blessing that ties these days together with grace. Place one hand on the heart and one on the belly. Breathe in for 4, rest for 4, and exhale for 6. Let the voice be soft but sure. The path you have walked this week is simple and strong. Clear a little space, approve of yourself, give thanks often, say yes to support, choose kinder thoughts, take one loving step, celebrate progress, and keep the loop alive. This is prosperity built from the inside out, prosperity that respects your body, your time, your nervous system, and your spirit. This is not a trick or a rush. This is a friendship with life. As you stand at this door, see that you are already on the other side. Clearing created room. Approval raised your inner ceiling. Gratitude changed your focus. Receiving opened your hands. Thought hygiene softened the storms. Loving action moved your feet. Celebration kept joy alive. Integration turned a week into a way. You have planted seeds in good soil. Seeds do not need shouting, they need steady light, clean water, and a calm gardener. You are that calm gardener now. Let the next weeks expand naturally. If 7 days felt good, continue for 21. Keep the practices light enough to repeat and real enough to matter. Choose one anchor habit to protect above all. It might be the morning breath and intention, the one loving step card, or the evening gratitude list. When life gets noisy, return to your anchor. An anchor keeps a boat steady while the tide moves. Your anchor keeps your heart steady while life moves. As opportunities arise, meet them with the voice you have been training. Speak clearly, ask fairly, receive without guilt, give from overflow, move in small steps, bless the work, rest on purpose. Let simple language carry strength. I allow fair exchange. I am willing to be seen. I choose thoughts that build me. I take one loving step today. I celebrate progress. More good is on the way. These lines are not decoration. They are tools. Use them in your mouth, on your paper, and inside your breath. Let money become a river that flows through a cared-for landscape. The landscape is your daily rhythm, your kind thoughts, your clean spaces, your balanced giving and receiving, your steady steps, your joy. Rivers love gentle banks. You are building those banks with each tender habit. When the river rises, your banks will hold. When the river narrows, Your banks will guide the water without panic. This steadiness is wealth. For a closing practice, sit quietly for a minute. Whisper these affirmations with pauses between each, letting the words settle like warm sunlight. I am safe to grow and receive good. I approve of myself and my life reflects it. Every day brings gifts. I welcome them. It is safe to receive and I share with joy. I choose thoughts that build me. I take one loving step today. I celebrate progress. More good is on the way. Consistency is kindness. I trust steady growth. Let the breath carry them inward. Let the body believe them not because they are loud, but because they are consistent. The verdict of this week is simple and strong. Prosperity responds to kindness. Kindness toward your space, your words, your choices, your rest, and your efforts. This kind way is available every morning. Take it one breath at a time, one step at a time. Your life is listening, your life is answering, and your life is ready to love you back.